Number 258 in the Imprint series is Bug from 2006, directed by William Friedkin, based on a play. This is one of those movies that I watched, I enjoyed, I was compelled all the way through it, and I am still mulling over my thoughts and what I ultimately consider this film to be. We follow two kind of main characters here. We have Agnes, a waitress who's troubling with a torrid past. She's got an ex-husband who tried to kill her, who's just been released from prison.
I hate you! Oh God, I wish to Christ I had just taken Lloyd and gone out to San Diego like a...
She has a backstory of a missing son who disappeared. She's basically making ends meet and eking by a life while being completely miserable at the same time. And she, one night, meets Peter, a kind of mysterious man played by Michael Shannon, who is unlike most other men. He's kind of quiet spoken, he is steadfast in his opinion of things, and he kind of ingratiates himself into Agnes's life, and they make a connection. And it's not a connection based on attraction or sex, it's just a connection of two people damaged, chewed up and spat out by the world, who find solace in each other's company and come together and maybe shouldn't have come together.
I guess. What is that?
It's a fucking bug.
Oh, no, I know that. What kind of bug?
They are codependents whose lives slowly spiral out of control in front of our very eyes, and it feels very powerful and realistic and compelling and shocking, and there's all these various facets to it. And at the same time, it's one of those movies that I will watch every now and again, rarely, but when I do watch it I will love it, but it's not one that I'm going to rush back to again because it has such an effect on me. Basically set within the one house as we watch these two characters spiral out of control.
I had the street filled at the base. The sadistic sons of bitches put an insect egg sac under the filling.
Hey, maybe we got us a little bug problem here.
They're eating me!
I know.
It turns out that Peter has a compulsion with neatness and cleanliness, and this idea of bugs infecting this apartment, which he slowly starts to unravel with this thought in his head. But he starts to push his beliefs onto Agnes. It kind of agrees with him as they try to clear this place, and basically they become embroiled in conspiracies and paranoia and delusional behaviour as they spiral out of control. We're watching two people who really do bounce off each other, and unlike a typical romantic comedy where you have two people who are just meant to be together, who just enrich each other's lives, you have the complete antithesis of that here. Two people who together spark a downward spiral that's going to just damn both of them because they shouldn't be together. They're two people that kind of encourage the worst aspects of each other and lead into despair from there.
Oh, you mean the bugs? They got the bugs.
A living, breathing organism.
Oh my God!
The ultimate parasite implanted by a queen bug.
I don't want to go too much into the plot and things that happen in this because it's all about a feeling and atmosphere and despair that's brought on the screen. Moments of violence which come now and again, not often in the film. They are spared out, are vicious, quick, and they feel almost perfunctory. They're not lavish or languished on. They are quick, brutal, and it's over and done with, and it feels almost like an afterthought. Doesn't glamorise it, it just almost doesn't treat it as anything special, just treats it as kind of matter of fact.
I'll show you.
And you get two absolutely phenomenal lead performances here. Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon are terrific, and they are even better than normal together as they create this union of people that just they shouldn't be. and their grief and despair and worry with the world just spirals out of control. And you see it in these performances where you feel the raw emotion, you feel the compulsion, you see this manic attitude that they have as they bounce off each other and pour fuel on the fire of these paranoid ideas that they have, encouraging each other, spiraling out of control, becoming crazed. And the performances are just stunning. The direction is rather subtle, stepping back, allowing the performances to roll out. Every now and again it'll do something a little bit flashy just to show how manic and crazy things have gotten. I kind of like that as well. Bug was an intense thrill ride as you watched this. Much like watching a romantic comedy, you know the path you're on here is not one of fun and partnership and love. This one is full of despair, torturous ideas, codependency, and ultimate I don't want to say Bug is it one I can really recommend. It's a great film, it's really well made with tremendous performances. It's not going to make you feel good after watching it, it's going to leave you in a pit of despair yourself. Here we are in the disc for Bug. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have an audio commentary with director William Friedkin. We have a second commentary by author and film historian Troy Howarth and Tony Strauss. We have a discussion with William Friedkin, which is 28 minutes 5 seconds, touching a few points here. As always, Friedkin is fantastic to listen to. Talks about his career, not making a lot of films, how he kind of used the 70s era of filmmakers and how it's probably better now with independent film. Lots of great information, great points made. We have Bug, an introduction featurette, which is 11 minutes 52 seconds. It's kind of like a making of, a little blurb giving an idea of the film, its origin, the characters, a rough outline of the story. You get talking heads with the cast and the director. And there is the theatrical trailer, which is 1 minute 12 seconds. That's the extras for Bug. But I would love to know your thoughts on the film, whether you enjoyed it, hated it, just fall somewhere in the middle. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of this one. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.